Alright, we are off. Day 44 of the year of streaming and learning to code. Go time. So we have left off, I have left off, 28% of the way through Python. So that's good. We are making progress, slowly but surely, and I think we checked. I'm pretty sure this is one of, if not the longest course they offer. Python was, it said, see here for HTML and CSS, it says 7 hours, JavaScript 10, jQuery 3, React 6. So Python indicated that it would take 13 hours. So yeah, that's that versus, Ruby on Rails, 2 hours. Well, authentication is only 2 hours. Ruby on Rails is 5. Authentication is 2. But, yeah, good time. So, just to keep things into perspective, that'll be good. That's so strange. I'm only one more course away from having the top 2 rows completed. That only leaves another 2 full rows, and then, oh well, okay. You know what, I'll be like a third of the way through. That's cool. Because this is almost 2 full rows, so that's 2, 2, and 2. So 6 rows, that's pretty good. Pretty damn good. Where are we off to? We are off to section, what are we on to? Section 4? We might be on to section 4 of Python. We are on to section 4 of Python. Yeah. Good. So far, the common theme is the first section starts off pretty easy, and then the second section, or the later part of the section, turns into a nightmare. So let's see if that pattern continues, because that's basically how it's been for the last 3-4 days, and last 3 sections, so hopefully it's not as painful as it has been. But yeah, functions, let's do this. Time to get funky? No, maybe not, probably not. We'll see what they say. Junction, what's your function? No. School Rock. Is that School Rock? No. Yeah, it is. I don't even remember. I just know those are really old. What good are functions? You might have considered the situation where you would like to reuse a piece of code, just with a few different values. Instead of rewriting the whole code, it's much cleaner to define a function which can then be used repeatedly. How many sections do we have? Okay. 19. Biggest section yet. Good. This is that nightmare we were talking about, Kitty. Yeah, where it goes from fun to hellish real quick. Good. Instructions. Check out the code in the editor. If you completed the tip calculator 1 project, you'll remember going through and calculating tax and tip in one chunk of program. Here you can see we've def into functions. What? Oh, we've defined. Is that what def is? Defined? Why don't they tell us that? It's like learning by secrets, little cat. No one wants to tell us anything. It's okay. It's good to learn on your own. This is why we're doing this. It's fitting. Figure it out your damn self, right? That's our motto. Not really, but, we'll stick to it for now. Here, you can see we've defined two functions. Tax to calculate the tax on the bill, and tip to compute the tip. See how much of the code you understand at first glance. We'll explain it all soon. When you're ready, click Save and Submit to continue. Define the tax bill. Add 8% to a restaurant bill. Here's the bill. Multiply it equal to 1.8. So that's 100% with the 8%, blah, blah, blah. You get that print with tax %F. Oh, now we're starting to get confused. Why is there an F? Percent bill. Okay, that's like the variable things we were doing with the percentages. Was it in the Pig Latin course? No, it was the conditionals. I don't know. We just did this in like section 2 or 3 with the percentage sign and the corresponding values. So return bill. Define tip bill. Okay, so both of the parentheses are both sharing bill. We've got tax above and tip below. Is this the same spiel? Add 15% tip to a restaurant bill. Aha! So it's very similar. So it's using the same formula or function with different variables. Cool, cool. Okay, so that makes sense. That's pretty straightforward, right? Print, blah, blah. Cool, cool. Meal cost, $100. Meal with tax, meal cost. Meal with tip, meal cost with tax. Awesome. Let's save and submit. 8%, $108, 15%, 124.2. Am I confused? Is my perception of math just really off and wrong? Because I feel like if it was a $100 meal and it was 8%, then it should be $108, which it was. Oh, and 115. Okay, gotcha. I thought it was tax and tax again. Tax at 8% and tax at 15%. Because I was like, this should be 115, but that's not the case. This is a 15% tip. So we're taking 15% of 108. There we go. There we go. Crisis averted. I was confused. 44 days of confusion. That's all this is. Section 2. Alright. Only 17 more sections, little cat. We're gonna be here all night. Function junction. See, someone else knows what's up. Whoever coded this has seen those videos. They were singing it too in their head. I'm not the only one. Functions are defined with 3 components. 1. The header, which includes the defined keyword, the name of the function, and the parameters the function requires. Here's an example. Definition, hello world, / there are no parameters. Empty, soulless, unloved. Kind of like us. 2. An optional complement that explains what the function does. Okay, lots of quotes, so this is a comment, good, which they have in bold, so comment, not a surprise. And then 3, the body, which describes the procedures the function carries out. The body is indented just like for conditional statements. Print, hello world. Matrosity, no? Megamind? It's okay. It's okay. Someone will have seen it. Here's the full function pieced together. Define hello world, but it's soulless. We've got this commented out. print hello world to the console. Printing hello world. Cool. Instructions. Pretty sure this is blocked off by the camera. They don't let us scroll as high as we could in the previous section, so I feel like a lot of the lower instructions in the last couple streams has been blocked off by the webcam wherever it's looking. Trapped inside. Oh no. Alright. Go ahead and create a function. Spam that prints the string eggs to the console. Don't forget to include a comment of your own choosing and close it in triple quotes. What now? Define your spam function starting on line 5. You can leave the code on line 11 alone for now. We'll explain it soon. Define the spam function above this line. Alright, so define spam, leave it blank, apparently, and comments 1, 2, 3. This be a comment, matey. Arg. Steve the Pirate. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alright, and now we're going to print the string eggs. Not certain, but we're just gonna go for it. Print eggs. Dee 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 dee. La da da dee 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 dee. That seems good to me. Green checkbox. Nice. It worked. One section down. Section 3. Call and response. After defining a function, it must be called to be implemented. In the previous exercise, spam in the last line told the program to look for the function called spam and execute the code inside. We've set up a function, square. Call it on the number 10 by putting 10 between the parentheses of square on line 9. Alright. Define square. N. What's that? No one else heard the chime? The Wii U. It's updating. The wooderding? No. Oh, and that triggered other song memories. Song of Storms? Ocarina of Time? Nobody? Come on. It's a great song. But we need to read. No time to whistle. No time to whistle. Alright, we were doing something about putting a 10 and a 9 and touching things with stuff. Define square n. Returns the square of a number. Squared equals n squared. Cool. Print %d. Why do the letters keep changing? Is that just like... Is it a placeholder? I choose? I choose. Because I've seen them as S's, F's, and now they're D's. Who knows? Who knows? Alright, but first placeholder in regards to that guy in our list of them, first would be n, and last is squared. So what are we doing? Call the square function on line 9. Make sure to include the number 10 between parentheses. Set up a square. We've set up a function square. Call it on the number 10 by putting 10 between parentheses of square on line 9. Here we go. We're going to do what they say, which is a bold choice, or wise choice, not bold. It's not bold at all. Square 9. Just kidding. I got confused with the line itself, not the value needed. And, good. You're golden. Submit. 10 squared is 100. It works. It's working, little cat. She's still asleep. She's gonna be asleep the whole stream, probably. Which is good, because Python's already hard enough. We don't need felines interjecting here and there. Trying to sabotage the stream. Parameters. Section 4. Parameters and arguments. Let's re-examine the first line that defines square in the previous exercise. Define square n. N is a parameter of square. A parameter acts as a variable named for a passed in argument. What to do? A parameter acts as a variable name for a passed in argument. Something's wrong with that. With the previous example, we called square with the arrangement 10. In this instance, the function was called n, holds the value 10. A function can require as many parameters as you'd like, but when you call the function, you should generally pass in a matching number of arguments. Sure. Check out the function in the editor. Power. It should take 2 arguments, a base and an exponent. Power, 2 spaces, okay. 2 arguments, a base and an exponent, and raise the first to the power of the second. It's currently broken. However, because its parameters are missing, it's currently broken because the flow of that, even with the commas, it's currently broken, however, because its parameters are missing. However, comma, it's broken because its parameters are missing. Who are they trying to trick with this nonsense? Dear Lord. However, comma, it's currently broken, no commas flowing into, because the parameters are missing. This is general stuff, right? Right? You don't care, you just meow. Replace the, and of course no one can see this, right? I'm gonna highlight, I'm gonna check. We're gonna look at OBS. Can we see what I'm highlighting? Oh, just the top of it. Alright. At least you know I'm not just totally staring off into space, making shit up. Well, I mean, that's like 80% of the time, but you know what I mean. Replace the underscores with the parameters base and exponent, and call power on a base of 37 and a power of 4. Add your parameters here. Results base, exponent, print, blah, the power of blah is blah, base, exponent, result, powers, blankety blank. Add your arguments here. Okay. So we've got, watch this, I think I follow, just as they say in order, base, exponent, right? So far so good, mostly. And call power on a base of 37 and a power of 4. And now when we spit it out, 37 to the power of 4 is, oh dear God, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's 1,874,161. And now you know, right? The more you know, folks. Good, good. That'll be a Jeopardy question one day, and now you have the answer. You're welcome. Functions, calling functions. Okay, kind of inception-y, but you know, we'll get there. We've seen functions that can print text or do simple arithmetic, but functions can be much more powerful than that. For example, a function can call another function. It's like a snake eating its own tail. Function 1, return n times 5. Function 2, m, return function 1, m plus 7. Alright. Continues off of the first one. Let's look at the two functions in the editor. One good turn, which adds 1 to the number it takes in as an argument, and deserves another, which adds 2. Change the body of deserves another so that it always adds 2 to the output of one good turn. We're supposed to change something. One good turn. N. No, one good turn. N. Return n plus 1. Define deserves another is n, and it returns n plus 2. Change the body of deserves another so that it always adds 2 to the output of one good turn. So I think we change n for one good turn, right? Isn't that? That's what I want to do. I want to take one good turn, copy, oh god. Submit. Damn. You know what? Okay. It was this bit. We keep this, but we tack on one good turn, do. We didn't even look the, well, I mean, we opened it, but we didn't actually read it. But there we go. See, look at that. Look at that. You're right. Just a little looking. Use your face, right? What the eyes are for. 5 sections down out of 19. Quarter-ish of the way through. Practice makes perfect. And people crazy. Right? We're on day 44 of practicing coding. Can't say it's for the better. Hopefully it is, but we'll find out if we make it out of here. Let's create a few more functions just for good measure. Def, shout, phrase. If phrase equals phrase upper, return your shouting. Else, return can you speak up. Shout, I'm interested in shouting. Alright, the example above is just here to help you remember how functions are structured. Don't forget the colon at the end of your function definition. Right? Don't forget to yawn. Oh, came out of nowhere. Where are you going? Going nowhere, little cat. Okay. Oh, holy deuce. Okay, first, define a function called cube. That takes an argument called number. First, define a function called cube that takes an argument called number. Don't forget the parentheses and the colon. 2, make that function return the cube of that number, i.e. that number multiplied by itself and multiplied by itself once again. We're going to fire through these instructions because I'm not even paying attention. 3, define a second function called by3 that takes an argument called number. 4, if that number is divisible by 3 should call cube number and return its results. Otherwise, by3 should return false. Don't forget that if and else statements need a colon at the end of that line. Now, should I just take all their stuff and swap out the components? I type it out. I'll type it out. God knows I need to practice, right? Who's driving this thing? Who's on first? Okay. First, define a function called cube that takes an argument number. Here we go. Define cube number. Make that function return the cube of that number, i.e. that number multiplied by itself and multiplied by itself once again. So return number 1, 2, 3. Define a second function called by3 that takes the argument called number. Define by3 at welcome well, that's not English. Number, right? Meow. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Oh, it's you. Who's a cat? You're a cat. Who's... What? What? No. That can't be. Timmy's stuck in the well. Oh my god. No. Oh god. You're on Rampage again. Hey, remember that time you were blocking everything? Oh, yeah. Tummy scratches. Oh, god. Look at this. Can we see this? This is all fat. Yeah, you're just knocking stuff over. Good. Good. Let out your frustration. You're so old. Isn't it interesting how old you are? Look at this. This is your tail. Did you know that? So, how about I give you $1 to move? Is that cool? You want to do that? You want to be that cat? No? Oh my god. Let's not push that off the desk. So, I'm only tolerating your presence because you need scratches because you're 700 years old, but I really do need to finish coding. Tell you what, you stay here, right? Right? My keyboard's wireless. I'm gonna trade you positions. How's that? How's that? You don't move. You stay old. You stay old. Yeah, look at that. Who's got the keyboard? I do. I got the keyboard. Can you watch chat? No? I'll watch chat. We'll leave it by your tail. Okay. Ugh. I'm doing this for you, Whiskers. Oh god. Yeah, you're old. You're old. Can you guys hear Kitty? Purring? He's a loud purr. He's a purr from way back. Woodstock? Kitty stock? 95? So old. Okay, alright. We're going on. We're moving on. Okay, we were so close to doing well for a moment, right? So, we did the first, define a function called cube, number, 2, make that function return the cube of that number, i.e. the number multiplied by itself or 3 times, cool, number, blah, great. Define a second function called by3 that takes an argument called number. Same spiel. If that number is divisible by 3, should call cube number and return its result. Otherwise, by 3 should return false. Let's do this. If, right? If by 3 equals number. Chill, cat. Chill. If that number is divisible by 3. Well, wait. If that number is divisible by 3, by 3 should call cube number and return its results. Death! Like, we're right there. I know we're looking at this. This is what we're doing. But right here. Are you moving? Are you moving? You don't know what's up? You're waiting for me. What do you need? You're so old. Are you leaving? You good? Alright. Good talk, cat. Good talk. Way to play the field. Alright. Good, good. Well, that's over with. It's only 5. You don't get food right now. You need to wait like another hour or more. So, if cube number divided by 3 is by the number, we're throwing in by 3, it should call is it cube number? I think it's cube number. Cube No. That goes after the equal sign. We're gonna do this again. By 3 equals cube. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. Cube number and returns its results. This is bad. See, look at this. Return That's what I think should happen. But I think that's wrong too. Fuck. No, that makes sense. That makes sense, kind of. The lower part. Returning cube number. Ah, God, I know. This is... We're only in section 6. We have to make it to section 19. Why? Why? Oh, so glad I decided to start earlier. Oh, I wish I could breathe. No, breathing's for losers. Oxygen is for winners. You can breathe when you're done. Good. Keep working. Back at it. That's a healthy work mindset. If that number is divisible by 3 should call cube number and return its results. Otherwise, by 3 should return false. Else, look, I know there's a colon involved there, and there's an else involved. Return. Let's work backward. You're back? Did you not leave? Cat, I love you, but you gotta wait for food. Dinner is not for a long time, right? Yeah, you don't. Okay, so we're gonna work backwards. It should be return false. They've given us the last line. Otherwise, by 3 should return, else, blah. Return something. Return if the number is divisible by 3. If cube number see what I think it should look like is this. If cube number is divisible by 3, and if that equals by 3. Then it should return cube number. That's what I think it should look like. So we're going to hit enter. But it doesn't like what I think. Define by 3 number, invalid syntax. Ah. We're gonna do get a hint. We're gonna do get a hint. Well, fine. Be that way. Make sure both functions return their values rather than printing them. Both branches of the if-else statement in by 3 need to have return statements in them. That's 3 returns total, 2 for by 3, 1 for cube. What? Why? Oh yeah, return. So we got 2 returns. We're gonna do by 3 and by 3. If by 3 is that equals do we really want it to be 0? That can't be right. Return by 3 Okay, we are so I think we're close. I can't even tell anymore. It hurts. We're just going to keep firing away. That's going to be red, but that's okay. We are line 4. Number. It does not like. Your code looks a bit off. Check the console. Invalid syntax. Towards the end. Why do you not like? that syntax. Define Oh, you soulless wench. Is missing a colon. Ugh. Maybe I did have stuff correct before. Alright, so... Alright, there's by whatever. Alright, define a function, cube. Don't forget the parentheses and the colon, which we really forgot the parentheses and the colon. So, yeah, to each his own. Make a function that returns the cube of that number, i.e. the number multiplied by itself once again. Make a function I don't even know. I just need to run it again. It's going to be wrong, but now... By 3-1 resulted in an error. Unsupported types of percentages function in... Yeah, I don't... This is bad. Bad juju. Bad. Okay, we're gonna just back up a bit till it feels less nasty. We're gonna drop this in. 3-3 returned false instead of 27. And we're going to do... It's a hard knock life for us. Dee 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 dee. Yada dee 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 dee. We'll try. I know I should just keep looking at it. I'm totally overthinking it. But my mind is just getting fried. It's like tires being stuck in the mud without a limited slip. Totally spinning my wheels, doing nothing. What was it? It was practice makes perfect. Dee 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 dee. Two likes. Number, raw input, enter a number, define cube number, number 3, by 3, number, if number divided by 3 equals 0. That's confusing. Print number divisible by 3, return. They said don't print. In order for your code to work, move your number variable to the end of your code and convert it to an integer. Number equals input raw input, enter a number. Note, you also need to call your function to see the result. Number equals input. So am I just supposed to put in the input knowingly? Like, I know we had the raw input for Python, and we're building off of what we learned in Python. Is it strange that I want to see? I don't know. I just find there's a consistency issue with what's expected and what's explained from lesson to lesson, from course to course, and even within each course itself, from section to section. A lot of it is low level, so a lot of it is kind of spoon-fed. It's not quite spoon-fed, but it's because it's such low-level ideas, it seems easy. But then there's points like this where they don't throw it out there. Now, maybe that's because it's so obvious, but again, if you're still learning, how are you supposed to know what's obvious and what isn't? And if you're used to that kind of floating along, not necessarily as a person, but because of the environment, like you're looking for tells. They keep throwing things up, cues and clues and hints, when they could just be including it in the instruction. I don't know. I digress. We're moving on. So we're going to try. We're going to take this, copy. I got a problem here. Print, blah, 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 blah. Replies. Hey, mister, where you headed? Are you in a hurry? Fuck. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna take this guy. We're gonna plop it into ours. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Oh. So what's the difference? Print by blah. I don't know how I feel about that. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. They don't show Pink Panther on TV enough anymore. I'm talking about the cartoon. The actual Pink Panther. Yeah. No? No one knows what I'm talking about? Someone's gotta know. Someone knows what I'm talking about. Alright. This is good. This is fun. We aren't making progress, but we will make progress. We've got this storm of confusion in front of us. We're so close. We're on the edge. I don't know how I feel about you. Let's do one of you. Submit. Enter a number 3. Top part was right. The bottom part was questionable. No. Oh, you soulless. Okay. From the top. We're gonna get this. We're gonna bag this. Right? Right? Take no prisoners, little cat. First, define a function called cube. Check. That takes an argument number. Numbered. Don't forget the parentheses and colon. Parentheses and colon. Hard. 2. Make that function return the cube of that number. That number multiplied by itself. Once again. Return number 3. Maybe it needs to be cubed number? No. That's dumb. We'll leave it like this. Maybe there shouldn't be spaces? Yeah, that doesn't seem to be the issue. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Okay. Yeah. Numbered. That's 2. 3. Define a second function called by3 that takes an argument called number. So this is a function called cube that takes an argument called number. This is a function called by3 that takes an argument called number. All right, so we're going to do that. Def by 3 number. Parentheses and a colon. Parentheses and a colon. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Cool. All right. 4. If that number, are they talking about this? If cube number if that number is divisible by 3. By 3 should call cube number and return its result. If that number is divisible by 3, it should print cube number is divisible by 3. Right? Maybe. Otherwise, by 3 should return false. I don't know if they're just explaining the idea, or again, if they took the time to box it in the instructions, if they actually wanted to say either cube number is not, or if they wanted to say return false. We're going to try it with cube number is not. This is the hint they gave us. These are the additional instructions. Make sure both functions return their values rather than printing. Why does the hint have print? Do you see that? Do you see the consistency that I'm talking about? Why would your hint be something pointing them in the wrong direction? No. Bro, no. Both branches of the if-else statement in by3 need to have return statements in them. That's 3 returns total, 2 for by3 and 1 for cube, which we now have. You're welcome. Let's try it. I don't know. 3? No. 4? Fuck. I don't even care. We'll do 3. By3, 1 returned cube number is divisible by 3 instead of false. I hate your soul. Close. So, false. By3, 1 returned cube number is divisible by 3. This is the only other thing that I can think of. By 3. Quotes, get quotes. Quotes on quotes on quotes. Yada dee 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 dee. By3, 1 resulted in an error. Maximum recursion depth exceeded. At least we got a different something. So we're narrowing in on our issue. What about by3? That cool? You want to do that? You want to be that guy? By3, 1 resulted in error. Unsupported operand types for percent function initialize. Yeah. Good. That's fun. Cube number. %3 should equal. I know you're hungry. No. Sit, boo-boo, sit. We're on the verge of, I want to say success, but I know we're still on the verge of failure. I will feed you, alright? When it hits 6 o'clock, I will consider paying more attention to you and your carnal needs. By3, 1 returned cube number is divisible by 3 instead of false. Return. Maybe he's just looking for cube number. Maybe that's my issue. Returned 1 instead of false. And again, we're just going to try every combination of this. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2. Like guessing a phone number. We can't figure it out, we will simply take it by force. Right? Cat, you are really just sitting there waiting for food. By 3 cube number. I just hate the fact that this is dumb. Yeah. How you like that? So why didn't this one work? What was their issue? By 3 1 returned 1 instead of false. Well, maybe it's because it's a stupid idea. What else are we supposed to put here? By 3 cubed? Let's try cubed. Resulted in the maximum error exceeded. No? Fine. Fours. What if we get rid of this? No. Good, good. Alright. New codes, new errors. That's fine. This is important. Syntax. Invalid syntax on line 7. So everything is good above that point. It's our stupid if statement and whatever the hell it's returning. Else return blah. Else return man, right? So that works. Ideally. Something equals, so phrase. Phrase equals upper. Phrase equals blank. N and 3. And keep in mind, I'm following their hint because it's supposed to be a hint. But their hint has print, and that's a lie. It's supposed to be return. So for all we know, this is a complete lie of what we're supposed to do as well. So, you know. That's always cool. That's always fun. Kick them when they're down, right? So by 3 number. You will think about this. Number equals something. What if I get rid of this nonsense? What happens? I just want to see when I cut that. Run. Python says a lie. We do cube number, cube. Resulted in error. Unsupported operator types for percent function initialize. By 3 1 resulted in an error. Unsupported operator types for percent function initialize. This is painful. This is painful. Da 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 da. This is part of the fun. Positive attitude. The ship is going down, but at least we get to swim, right? That could be fun, you know? Try again. By 3, 1. I don't know what they're talking about. Does it need to be raw input? Are all these guides? Are all these lies? I feel like everything is a lie. This all is just so... I don't know who's driving this thing. Below, please find links to Q&A about the lies. Nope. What's wrong with my code? Practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. And there a fourth one? You know, just for fun. Practice makes perfect. We have 4. Okay, this was full of BS, I think. Oops, try again. By 3, 1 resulted in error, unsupported, blah, and blah. Number, raw input, type number. Cube number, return. He doesn't need print. Define by 3. If by 3, %3 equals 0. Print the number divisible. Return cube number. Else, no, false. If by 3% equals 0. Here you call the function rather than the argument inside its parameter, which is why the error says it can't find the remainder of a function. By switching by 3 with number should solve your problem. Hope this helps. Feel free to reply. We will try it. By 3. Equals 0, apparently. What did we get? I didn't even look at the error. What's that? Same error? Same error. That's hot. That's hot. Love it. Love it. Good. Good. You, Kyle. Okay. We will figure this out. We will figure this out. We will figure this out. Dun 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 dun. Positive attitude. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Codecademy something Python beginner blah 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 blah. Someone asks exactly the same, but unfortunately this topic is closed and I don't understand it right now. It's because they're lying to you. Irene, KB, yeah. It's the truth. The code works, except the printing function. Your code works? Except for your printing issue, well, 1, you shouldn't be printing. Number input raw, cube number, return, blah blah. By 3 number, if number %3 equals 0, you're telling me all it needs to be is number? Isn't it already number? One reply. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Super user. Yeah, that's good. That's fun. Bandit. Bandit saves the day. Number. Raw input, enter number. Cube, return number 3 by 3 number. Number %3 equals 0. Screw printing, else return false. In order for your code to work, move your number variable to the end of your code and convert it into an integer. Crap, and we just deleted this. Number equals int raw input enter number. Note, you also need to call your function to see the result. Number and raw. We're gonna try it your way. Super user bandit. Got a problem here. Everything. We're gonna try number here. Oh my god. You soulless witch. That doesn't make any sense. No, screw you. We're gonna figure this out. Three. 27. Oh my god. The world. Ah. Why? That's what we need to know. Spent all this time figuring that out. I'm glad we figured it out. Kudos, super user bandit. Tried every combination but that. Cube is blank if the number is divisible by 3. That's just confusing as hell. I don't understand why that's a thing. What is that? Why in God's name would that need to be? What about 17? What if I do 17? That's a prime number. False. Okay. So I was fixated on the fact that we were cubing it. I was expecting to see 27. Right? Like so. So I was trying to figure out how to get the cubed number 27 here. Cubed number divided by 3. That's why the does it equal 0 not make sense. However, this section is to determine if it is a number like 3 that when you times it by itself, when you cube it 3 times, or multiply it by itself 3 times, when you cube it, if that number is divisible by, when you divide it by 3, if it comes out to 0. If it's not something, you could, if it's a number that you could multiply by 3, like 17, 17 turns into some ungodly thing. You can do 17. You could cube 17. 1, 2, 3. Or 17 times 17 times 17. But you can't divide 17 by 3. So it will trigger the false. I got hung up on trying to find that cramming cube number in here. This whole section didn't make any sense because I didn't see the need for it, because frankly it wasn't, again, as we've seen, explained very well. Kind of like when the hint references things that you shouldn't be using, like print versus return. Is anyone taking note of this? No? There's got to be a quality assurance department, right? That's a thing. Q&A? Well, not Q and A, but QA, right? No? Just me. Just you, Steven. The moral of this story is that you suck. Right? Keep on swimming. Close. Happy thoughts. Be content with failing. But we've got a freakishly good understanding of Section 6 now. Yeah, we know what's up. We survived Section 6. So, tell your friends, people. Tell your friends. We're gonna do 3 again. 27. Woo! 27. Hell yeah. Son of a... Why the hell is there... I31 result in an error. Name R is not defined. Oh, yeah, because something stupid happened. I don't even know what happened. Redo. Not good enough. 3. Fuck it. The hell with it all. So, wait. Okay. Oh. That makes no sense. Section 7. Here we go. Importing module. We did it multiple times successfully. Something about an R got moved and now it just wants to give up on life. So we're moving on. We are moving on. I know Kung Fu. Remember import this from the first exercise in this course? No, not at all. I'm so focused on section 6 and how terrible it was with their awful hints, can't remember a damn thing. Remember import this from the first exercise in this course? That was an example of importing a module. A module is a file that contains definitions, including variables and functions that you can use once it is imported. Instructions. Before we try anything fancy, let's see what Python already knows about square roots. On line 3 in the editor, ask Python to print square 25. Print square 25. Nice. Lot of frustration there. Good. Green checkbox, that's important. generic imports. Did you see that? Python said name error, name square something not defined. Python doesn't know what square roots are, RT, yet. There's a Python module named math that includes a number of useful variables and functions, and square root is one of those functions. In order to access math, all you need to do is import keywords. When you simply import a module this way, it's called a generic import. Pretty cool, right? Yeah. You'll need to do two things here. One, type import math on line 2 in the editor. Import math line 2 in the editor. Insert math dot before where. Yeah, this tells Python not only to import math, but to get the square function from math. So print math period. The flow of the instructions. Blow. Hard. Not in a good way. Close. Run something. Do something. Be that guy. Don't even care. Steven versus the terminal. This is soul crushing. Love it. Onwards. 9 of 19. Can you believe that? Hey. Stop licking yourself. Look at me. She's a cat. She doesn't know what she's doing. Function imports. Function imports. Nice work. Now, Python knows how to take the square root of a number. However, we only really need the square root function. It can be frustrating to have to keep typing math.square root. It's possible to import only certain variables or functions from a given module. Pulling in just a single function from a module is called a function import. It is done with the from keyword. From module, import function. Now you can just type square root to get the square root of a number. No more math.square root. Instructions. Let's import only the square root function from math this time. You don't need the blah after square root in the from math import square root bit like that. True, I blanked out, but that also means nothing. Doesn't mean anything to me. So import just the square root function from math on line 3. Let's do this. Time to get importy from module import function. No. All right. You're a good cat. Can we be better, though? No, if you didn't nap with your butt on the keyboard, that would be the first super-de-duper awesome thing you could do. Yeah. Cat, I know you want to lay on the mail, but there's a lack of space on the desk today. Yeah? You think? Why is your heartbeat 1,000 miles an hour? You've been napping for the last 14 hours. What are you doing with your life? I'm gonna take you. And no, you're just gonna chill there. Okay. Okay, don't mind me. I'm gonna push you into the mail. Shimmy you a bit. Why are you resisting? It's just mail. Don't resist. Don't resist. Good. Nice. That's hot. That's hot. Okay. Kitty averted. You stay here, right? Right? Boom. Can we see this? Can we see this? There's we're so no, and okay, yeah, we're out of range by like that much. Cattail. She's here now. There? Here. Boop. Over there. Right. Let's get through this. Oh, I think Python's gonna be like this for every single section. 13 hours my ass, right? Like 13 weeks. Ugh. Get through this. Alright. Function import. Something about nonsense. Type in function or other. And on line 3, from module import function. Now you can type square root. Just to get the square root of a number. Instructions. Import only the square root function from math this time. You don't need the parentheses after square root in the from math import square root bit. Okay. And again, we don't type function, we type square root. Fire away. Good. Good. Yes. Yeah. Because, you know, that's exactly what it says right here. We did have this, but no. From math, you soulless wench. God, it's their stupid instructions. Could be me. You know what? It's me. Their instructions are flawless. I am the big dumb cat-loving fool who doesn't know how to code. Sounds slightly ridiculous, but your tail is getting fur on my tongue. You keep swinging it by. Little fuzzies fly everywhere. This is brutal. Python has turned the stream from, well, it was never truly a happy place, but these are dark times, little cat. Dark times. Python-y times. This is why Indiana Jones hates snakes. Get it? Get it? It's a reptile joke. Snakes, Python, and hate? Yeah, it's okay. You'll get it. You'll figure that out halfway back to your cot. That's a really old Family Guy reference. Damn it, Janet. That episode? I know that's also a song in something or other, Rocky Horror, but the Damn It, Janet I know is the Family Guy episode. Yeah. It's a great episode. Universal imports. Great. We found a way to handpick the variables and functions we want from modules. What if we still want all of the variables and functions in a module but don't want to have to constantly type math? Find a different job. Universal import can handle this for you. The syntax for this is from module import blah. Use the power of from module import blah to import everything from the math module on line 3. So, don't mind me. The light is flickering for some reason. It's losing power. The light is losing interest. That's how bad it is, little cat. Everyone else has given up on hope, including the light. From module. No, from math. Import. Asterisk. Do it to it. Boom. Chickadee checkity. Green checks for everybody. Here be dragons. Alright. That's a lot of reading and very little code, which means the chance of messing up should be incredibly high. If my calculations are correct. Here be dragons. Universal imports may look great on the surface, but they're not a good idea for one very important reason, which is why they had us do it in the last section just before coming here instead of telling us first. Super awesome. But they're not a good idea for one very important reason. They fill your program with a ton of variables and function names without the safety of those names still being associated with the modules they came from. If you have a function of your very own named square root and you import math, your function is safe. There is your square root and there is math.square root. If you do from math import all, however, you have a problem. Little cat, your face is in the way. You have, don't you sit on that keyboard. Why? Why? You're so cat-like. Not even listening. Even meow, bro. Right? Right? You're the worst. You're not that bad. You are adorable because you're covered in fur. So, you know. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay. You've got your mail. I've got my frustrating instructions that lead to nowhere. Good. This is a bonding experience. The year of bonding, right? This isn't even about coding anymore. This is about me and the cat. Okay. What are we doing? What are we doing? No one's safe because of dot math. Something, your function is safe. There's your square root, and there is math.square root. If you do from math import all, however, you have a problem, namely two different functions with the exact same name. Even if your own definitions don't directly conflict with names from imported modules, if you import everything from several modules at once, you won't be able to figure out which variable or function came from where. For these reasons, it's best to stick with either import module and type module.name, or just import specific variables and functions from various modules as needed. Instructions. The code in the editor will show you everything available in the math module. Click Save and Submit Code to check it out. You'll see square root along with some other useful things like pi, factorial, and trigonometric functions. Why are there so many O's in that version? Trigonometric. Yep. Trigonometric. I don't use trigonometric in my daily tweets, which one I don't daily tweet, but that's a separate issue. So yeah. Well, good to know. At least we learned something today, right? It should be learning Python, but now we're just focused on that word because that word hasn't hurt us like section 6 did. Save. Cool. Import math, imports math module. Everything equals directory math, sets everything to a list of directories from math, print everything, print them all. Look at that. Hella mathy. Time to get mathy, right? Math in your face? Yeah, next. Build in functions. Do I go feed cat? We're on 12. Okay, what do I do? It's 6:30. How much do I love the cat versus how much do I not want to be doing Python? don't want to be doing Python, but I really want to finish it. I should feed the cat, but I really don't want to. Not that I don't want to, it's just I don't want to stop doing that. We'll wait till cat comes back in. Cat comes back in, we will go feed him. Good talk, good talk. Unless someone comes home, then we'll go pretend like we're feeding him. Good? Good. Settled then. Solid plan. On beyond strings, now that you understand what functions are and how to import modules, let's look at some of the functions that are built into Python. No modules required. You already know some of the built-in functions we've used with strings, such as .upper, .lower, .string, and len. These are great for doing work with strings, but what about something a little more analytic, per se? Instructions. What do you think the code in the editor will do? Click Save and Submit when you think you have an idea. Define biggest numbers, args. I don't know what args is. Print max. Sure. Print minimum. Font size, maybe? Print min. Print smallest. Print ABS, if I know. Something about size. Looks like borders, maybe? And, something involving a 0. Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. Submit. Green checkbox for me. 10, -10. And again, distance from 0. Gotcha. Didn't really focus on that whole phrase. Minimum, maximum. Cool. So it took the set of values, numbers, it -10, -5, 5, and 10, and it printed the largest. It found the largest one. That's cool. Smallest number. Same spiel, but vice versa. Found -10. Distance from 0, -10, boom, 10, and golden. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool, cat. Section 13, max. The max function will take any number of arguments and return the largest one. Largest can have odd definitions here. So it's best to use max on integers and floats, where the results are straightforward, and not on other objects like strings. For example, max 123 will return 3, the largest number in the set of arguments. Try out the max function on line 3 of the editor. You can provide any number of integers or float arguments to max. 1, 2, 3. Deal with it. And we're gonna do. I wonder if they need to be in order. Let's try and trip it up. 47 and 9. Good. Cold day in hell, right? Everything's out of order. Chaos is amok. 47. What? No. Too much excitement. Onwards. 14. Yes, we're nearing the end. Minimum. Then returns the smallest of a given series of arguments. Go ahead and set the minimum equal to minimum any something or other. Minimum, min, blah, and 99 and -2, obviously. And couple more of these. There you go, just for good measure. Counting on the keyboard. Fire away. -2. In your face. Why are you sleeping? Look at you. Look at you. You're still asleep. Love it. Love it. Committed to the dream. You inspire me to keep going. We're on the same page, little cat. Just shut your eyes and keep being you in the face of all despair. Where I'm currently at. ABS. The ABS function returns the absolute value of the number it takes in as an argument. That is the number's distance from 0 on an imagined number line. For instance, 3 and -3 both have the same absolute value of 3. The ABS function always returns positive value, unlike max minimum. It only takes a single number. Absolute. ABS. Yeah, you know what number's coming. Boom. And submit. What? Oh, the instructions. Instructions are part of life. That change of pace. Do you see that? No, this is what I'm talking about. Obviously, this is very straightforward. Yes, instructions are important in life, but that change of pacing between the last 2 and 3, it's the same exact concept. I don't know why out of left field it just turns. Boom, do this. That's the kind of consistency, but like large scale, even more. This is just one example, but from course to course and within each course, there's all that between each section and lesson, like, not smooth at all. So we're going to do negative 42. Save and submit. All right, Cat, I said when you come in, I would feed you, and I think I should stick to that, but we're hauling ass now, so I kind of don't want to leave my post. Type, finally. Type, the function returns the type of data it receives as an argument. What time is it? Okay, it's after 6:30. Do I feed Cat? Little kitty, what do you think? Okay, he's leaving. Don't worry. We're going on. Do it to it. Type. The type blah function returns the type of data it receives in as an argument. If you ask Python to do the following, print type 42, print type 4.2, print type spam, Python will print out int, float, string. Have Python print out the type of an integer, a float, and a string in the editor. You can pick any value on which to call type, so long as you produce each one. I'm just going to take this. Float, string below, boom. 43. 43. Yeah. This is what they get for making section 6 so overly confusing. Section 17. Okay, let's review. What are we reviewing? Doesn't it go to 19? Goes to 19. Okay. We're on the edge, little cat. We are on the edge. Bring it on. Let's not get overly confident. We know they're going to totally ruin it right at the end, so review functions. Okay, let's review functions. Define, speak, message, return message, if, happy, speak, happy, else, if, sad, speak, I'm sad, else, I don't know what I'm feeling, right? It's like they're reading our mind. Again, the example code above is just there for reference. First, define a function, shutdown, that takes one argument, s. Don't forget the parentheses or the colon. Then, if shutdown function receives an s equal to yes, it should return shutting down. Alternatively, else if s is equal to no, then the function should return shutdown aborted. Finally, if shutdown gets anything other than those inputs, the function should return sorry. And again, since we've learned they don't care about our feelings, not that that matters. Son of a, that was a lot of highlighting. We're just gonna take it by force. Isn't that right, little cat? Hell yeah. Snatch that real quick. Ensure your function outputs appear exactly as shown. Also, ensure your functions return the above values rather than printing them. Good, good. Return. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Ya-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. La-da-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, airplanes, it's a dark blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales. Happy or sad? Kind of both, right? Kind of hard to tell at this point, you know? Emotionally, we're kind of numb after section 6. Alright. That'll wear off. That'll wear off. Okay, holy god, Cat, you are really hungry. I am trying my hardest. You chill for just a little bit longer. Oh, what's that? Play on the bed? No? What about scratches? Do scratches help? Let me think. Give me time, Cat. Give me time. Okay, first, define a function, shutdown, that takes one argument, s. Don't forget the parentheses. Shutdown, s. Shutdown, s. Return, s. Okay. Okay. This is good. This is good. This is our friend. Big money, right? 2. What? Find a function, shutdown, that takes one argument. Don't forget the parentheses or colon. Colon. Check. 2. Then, he's on the move. You see this? He is very pissed about the food. I have 2 cats on my desk right now. Hey, no, attacking him. You are bad. You're a small cat. He is a big cat. Old. You are little. You stay there. Alright. I will feed you. I feel so bad. It's hard to think when you feel bad about a hungry cat. Why can't you be like little kitty? She's not hungry. I mean, you know, she weighs 4 pounds, but whatever. Okay. Hey, Topher, how you doing? Yeah, no, oh god. Last couple days of Python have been hell. Been brutal. Alright. I don't actually think I need that return. Oh god, colon. We also need to make sure we have proper spacing. How goes life? 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, okay. Everything is in check. 1 cat here. 2nd cat gone. Section 17 of 19. We're reaching the peak of the mountain. Well, we've passed the middle point, but this is an entirely uphill battle. I started to hear that you've been in Python hell. Yeah, no, I mean, when it's fun, but when it's hell, it's hell. It's just the issue is that it's been hell for like 98% of the time, so, you know, the good times are, brief. Isn't that right, little cat? Look at this, look at this. Yeah, we have a cat on the desk. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Things have been crazy busy for me. I hear you, I bet. I noticed there's been a couple days. I was like, Topher has, he's disappeared on me. But that is okay. Critical stop by, and, Ephemeral, and, a few others to help out and hang with us. But it's been going good. Alright, what's actually happening? My mind's totally thinking about feeding the cat now, not about coding. We did this. Def, shutdown, S. Check. 2. Then, if the shutdown function receives an S equal to yes, it should return shutting down. So this should say shutting down. If blah if something, if shutdown equals yes, shutdown if, does that seem right? If shutdown receives an S, maybe, equal the yes, in quotes, it should return shutting down. Alternatively, if else if S is equal to no, then the function should return shutdown aborted. Copy. And we've got shutdown. Copy. No. What do we got? The function name should be shut down. Oh, yes, underscore. Good call. And if S equals yes, thank God. Topher, you have saved me hours of frustration. Oh, it's the little things in life. The city won't burn because of this. That's so great. Okay, and actually we don't need that noise. So S, yes, good. Shutting down. Okay, shutting down. And finally, if shutdown gets anything other than those inputs, the function should read return sorry. That's awesome. This is good. This is good. Oh my god. Actually, afraid, don't I need to have, I think I need to put in one of those raw inputs, like shutdown equals raw input blah enter word. But we'll see. Nope, that works. That's incredible. Awesome. Alright, 18. Review modules. Good work. Now let's see what you remember about importing modules and specifically what's available in the math module. Import the math module in whatever way you prefer. Call it square root function on the number 13689 and print the value to the console. Death. We're gonna do, it was get? No, it was something from math that's all. Hint. From math import. That's what it was. From math import. Yep. Oh, Topher. Yeah, my phone. I have my phone in my lap instead of on the desk because I've got a cat occupying the space. I'm guessing because I don't know Python at all. Ah, well, import. See? You're better than I. Okay. Although, since we did look at the hint already, they're saying just pull in only the square, or the square root. There are 3 ways you can import the square root function, but we'd probably go with import square root. You can figure out the rest. We believe in you. How misplaced their faith is. But we'll try it their way. Enter. Not enter. Save and submit. Do remember to print. Oh. Square root would be print square root blah 1 3 6 8 9. Huh? How's that? Submit. Wow, 117. Who would have known? Or who would have known? Who would have known? Yeah. It wouldn't be, the import statement seems backwards to me for some reason. There's, they went over it earlier, obviously. We're on section 18 of 19. But they were going, was it importing modules? Yeah, they went through and explained the different imports, and they went over, the main difference was that you can either reference the like module database or whatever to pull the exact tool or module that you need, like for example the square root or the function you need. You can reference the function from a module, like the math module, the square root function from the math module. I'm trying to remember all the terms. So you can either pull it, and you can do that with like math dot square root to reference the module that it came from for the function that you need. Or function? I don't know. I'm so confused after I've been streaming for however long now with cats and confusion. But the asterisk thing was to just bring the entire module in. And it just brings in like a whole siege of all the fun stuff that any given module contains. So yeah, that's where we left off at. But their recommendation was simply bringing in the one tool that we needed. In this case, it was square root. That's the ugly short version of that story. Yes. No, I'm aware that you know how imports work. That was my lovely description of what I walked away with it from their, we'll call it, insightful module section. It was brutal. I got stuck halfway through. I mean, there weren't tears, but it was pretty close. All right. Cat, you are in the way. There we go. Start next section. Seem backward, though. Most languages would do import something from somewhere. Oh, yeah. Python. Keep up the good streams. I take it from the comment, keep up the good streams that you've seen more than one, or at least the same stream multiple times. But thank you. That's awesome. The last couple days of Python have just been brutal. It's been me sitting here with the cats in just complete frustration, so. All right. Well, continuing on. Review. Built-in functions. Perfect. Last but not least, let's review the built-in functions you've learned about in this lesson. All right. Define is numeric, num, return type num, initialize or type num equals float. This is going to get ugly. Max, okay, those were easy. 4, minimum is 2 in that set. The absolute value is 2, absolute value is 2. Okay, so, super zoom. Instructions. First, define a function called distance from 0 with one argument. Choose any argument name you like. 2, if the type of argument is either int, an integer, or float, the function should return the absolute value of the function input. Otherwise, the function should return nope. That's actually not too bad. Alright. The chat is, there's something going on. Oh, yes, good. Browsing around. Good times, good times. Nice, nice. Chatting in the chat is always important. What are we doing? Step 1. Define a function. We're doing this. Go time, Whiskers. Define a function called distance from 0. Distance from your mom. Distance from 0. Love it. Love it. Alright, with an argument, with one argument, choose any argument name you like. Whiskers. You're going with Whiskers. Golden. Sounds threatening, right? Okay. Alright. 2. If the type of argument is either integer or float, the function should return the absolute value. If Whiskers is integer or, is that the same thing? Or float. Maybe I need distance from 0. We're going to just do Whiskers as a placeholder for now. Probably needs to be distance from 0, parentheses, Whiskers, but, you know, that's okay. We'll get there. That's minor. This is probably the least we've been confused all day. Equals float. Blah, colon. Don't forget our colon, right? Be stuck with routing universe. Yes, good. Yay, routing. Routing's fun. Little kitty lives for routing. Onwards. We be floatin'. If Whiskers equals an integer, or if Whiskers equals float, then return. At least they've been having us do return all day. So, yeah. If return, the function should return the ABS. Return ABS, absolute value of Whiskers. Ideally. Let's not celebrate too soon. Else, life, return, although I'm jumping to conclusions. Yeah, but my conclusions are right. Return nope. Look at that. It only took 18 sections for us to get comfortable with it. Return nope. What are we looking at? I thought it was type val, integer, type val, float. Yeah, see, okay. I knew I was missing something. So distance, copy. We should have put her in, you know what, we're just gonna copy all that noise. Boom. Bam. Look at that. Beautiful. Really? A whole line just for the colon? That's okay. So there's that. And, yeah. I think that should work fine. Do they like that? Let's hit save and... No. Looks like you have an error. Check the error message. Maximum recursion depth exceeded. That sounds bad. Sounds bad. Not the function name. Oh god. I've broken the internet. Means you went into an infinite loop. Yes. Of tears. So wait. My infinite loop is... How do I... Little whiskers? You're moving. You're hitting things. Hold on. Hold on. The tiny cat is very active. Codecademy. Oh, does not feel good. There we go. Cat freed from the desk. Let's do this. You did distance from 0 inside distance from 0, meaning you're rerunning distance from 0 inside. Oh. So bad. How do I fix? So I need to get rid of... I need to get rid of... Not that. Not that. You're checking the type of parameter values, so you need to do the type whiskers. Oh, the function is called type. Ha. I thought this was a placeholder. Like num, but I'm literally doing type. That's what we're running. Which is why you guys mentioned it in the chat before, type val. Okay. We should just have little kitty learning to do Python. Dear God. Can you believe this? Who allowed me access to the internet? From the top. Save and submit. You guys saved the day. Look at that. Functioned. Boom. Let's close that. We'll do next. Up next, taking a vacation. Hard day at work, rough day at school, take a load off with programming vacation. Sounds fun. Normally it's the end of the stream, but there's only 7. This is short. The last section was 19. We're not going to stop the stream just yet. I should stop the stream to feed the cat, but we're gonna tackle this before we begin. All right. Let's first quickly review functions in Python. Wait, about what? Yeah, functions called type, conditional statement. Oh, it's all good. See, that's the aha moment we need. I need with React routing. Yeah, good. Can't wait to do React. Coming up, probably in the next week or so. We'll get there if I survive Python. All right, before we begin, let's first quickly review functions in Python. Def, bigger, first, second, print, max, first, second, return, true. Okay, I can follow that. In the example above, we define a function called bigger that has 2 arguments called first and second. Then we print out the larger of the 2 arguments using the built-in function max. Finally, the bigger function returns true. Now try creating a function yourself. Write down a function called answer that takes no argument and returns the value 42. Even without arguments, you will still need parentheses. Don't forget the colon at the end of the function definition. So we're setting this up. Write a function, so that would be define answer and we aren't doing parentheses or an argument, we're just putting 42, but include the comma. Print max even without arguments, you will still need parentheses. Aha. Well, that doesn't make sense. Thank you for stopping by. Good times. Glad to have you. Alright. In React Router. Good time. I'm a web dev streamer. Great to see a new streamer entering the domain. It's been fun. It's been interesting. Sometimes painful, but mostly enjoyable. It's for the best in the end, I think. Good hobby and a skill set to pick up. Alright. Write a function called answer, which we have. Define answer. That takes no arguments and returns the value. So that's just empty. There's that. We're not taking any arguments. Even without arguments, you will still need parentheses, which we have. Parenthesized. Don't forget the colon at the end. So print max, I guess 42? $42. I'm a web dev. Try to stop by more often, but if you can't, drop by mine sometime too. I'll try to promote when I can. Followed. Thanks. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Will do. Print max. Can't be right. 40. We'll do it. 42. Return. Huh? Do we need the return? I don't think we need the return. Write a function that returns the value 42. I guess return true. That doesn't seem right. I feel like I should just have return 42 in there. Damn. D-D-D, 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 D-D-D. Why is it that oh, it definitely didn't like that. Define 42 syntax error. Yeah, good. Your code looks a bit off. Like hint, your code to the full syntax. Yeah, syntax is bad. Good. Yeah, 42, 3? Eh? Maybe? You accidentally print 42 instead of returning. Aha! Oh, we're getting close. We're on the edge. We are on the edge. We're sensing it. Return 42. How do you like that? Return 42. Boom! Green checkbox. Ka-chow! Success. You see that little cat? No? Figured it out all by myself. Golden. Why are you doing print 42? Max, something about... Oh, yeah, I needed to return 42 instead of print 42, because apparently that was it. That was their instructions. Write a function called answer that takes no arguments and returns 42. So we just kind of followed their example. We had to critique it a little, but, you know, it worked. We got our green checkbox. Next, so, the general idea. Done. What are we doing? Planning your trip. Let's do this. When planning a vacation, it's very important to know exactly how much you're going to spend. Okay, define wages, hours. If I make $8.35 an hour, return $8.35 times hours. The above example is just a refresher on how functions are defined. Let's use functions to calculate your trip's cost. Define a function called hotel cost with one argument, nights, as an input. 2. The hotel costs $140 per night, so the function hotel cost should return 140 times nights. Not too bad, should be fairly straightforward. Actually, we probably could just pull from this, but we'll type it out ourselves. Oh, we could have just done return 42. Well, yeah. That's what I get for following their ridiculous examples, which that was my issue in the last section. Their examples weren't matching up with the instructions, and then the hint section wasn't matching up with what the instructions needed, and it was so bad. It got so ugly for so long. All right. Here we go. Define hotel cost. Our argument is nights. Oh, that's not how you spell nights. Plural? Yeah, plural. Okay. Nights is the input, colon, the almighty colon. And now we're going to do return. So the function hotel should return 140 times nights. 140 times nights. Classy. Love it. Hey, Burnsy. Burns 248. Little kitty, here to celebrate. Now that the room's not filled with frustration, right? That was getting ugly quick. Alright, let's submit the code. Green checkbox. Success. Section 3. Cat, your body is like totally blocking orangutan, right? So let's figure out what you're gonna do with your life. What's that? Go get the thing. Yeah? No? Maybe? Or move the mic. As long as you're on that side of the webcam, you were golden, because then I can see. Let's move this a little. That way. Closer to my face. Okay. Getting there. You're going to need to take a plane ride to get to your location. Define fruit color fruits. If fruit equals apple, return red. If fruit equals banana, return yellow. If fruit equals pear, return green. Right? Whoa, hey, this is a cat-free zone, Whiskers. The example above defines the function fruit color that accepts a string as the argument fruit. The function returns a string if it knows the color of that fruit. Okay? Below your existing code, define a function called plane ride cost that takes a string city as input. 2. The function should return a different price depending on the location, similar to the code example above. Below are valid destinations and their corresponding round trip prices. Charlotte 183, Tampa 220, Pittsburgh 222, and Los Angeles 247. Chatty stuff. Me too. Long aggravating nights. Something about statements. Good. Java. Oh, I still need to. Java's coming up again. Hint. You could use if else to return the price if that's appropriate for the function input. Okay, so go time. We've got our banana fruit analogy. Hotels. Do we need the returns? I don't know how I feel about that. Let's... 1. Below your existing code, define a function called plane ride costs. Aha, that's the difference. Truthishly, we're gonna copy this. Hate to say it, but we are. Alright, fruit life. No, 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 not that. There we go. Alright, time to get planey. Boom. Dee-da-dee-dee-da-dee-da-dee. Ya-da-da-da-da-da-da. City is an input. City. Nice. Copy. Okay, so if... Look at this. City. City. And... Da-da-da-da-da-da. Corresponding. Ew. What? Wait. No? Maybe? Below our valid trip destination, the function should return a different price depending on the location. Similar to the code above, below are valid destinations and their corresponding round-trip prices. Charlotte. Okay, gotcha. So, Charlotte would be 183. No. Charlotte's in quotes, which means equals in quotes, which means the price should be over here. No, that sounds stupid. What are we doing? The function should return a different price, so it's returning the price. Yeah, no. It is city. If it equals Charlotte, then it will return the dollar amount. There we go. Crisis averted. At least I hope. That makes more sense. Copy. 183. 183. That looks normal. That looks good. That makes far more sense. Tampa. Copy. Yeah. Tampa. Love it. Okay. 220. Take that. Pittsburgh. Isn't that right? Hey, little kitty, remember that time we went to Pittsburgh? Yeah, no, we've never been to Pittsburgh. She's a cat. She doesn't leave the house. That's why that's funny. Not like hilarious, but mildly funny. Because cats don't like planes. 222, and we're gonna copy... What are we gonna do? Let's do, else. We'll end it on else. Yeah. Else. Oh, do I want to end it on else? No, I don't want to end it on else. Else if city equals Los Angeles, colon, return 475. Alright, I think that seems okay. Holy sh... We got a green checkbox. That's incredible. First try. Unbelievable. Transportation. It's kind of a girthy 7, you know? I thought it would go quicker, but... I mean, at least I'm not tripping over myself as much as normal. Transportation. You're also going to need a rental car in order for you to get around. Rental llamas, right? We go visit Uzbekistan. You're going to need a rental car in order for you to get around. Define finish game score. Tickets equal 10 times score. If score is greater than 10, ticket is plus or equal to 50. Else if score is less than 7, ticket is plus or equal to 20. Return tickets. This is going to get super ugly. In the example above, we first give the player 10 tickets for every point the player scored. And then we check the value of the score multiple times. First, we check if the score is greater than or equal to 10. If it is, we give the player 50 bonus tickets. If the score is just greater than or equal to 7, we give the player 20 bonus tickets. At the end, we return the total number of tickets earned by the player. Remember that an else-if statement is only checked by if Remember that an else-if statement is only checked if all preceding if-else statements fail. So we got to keep them in line and in order. They need to trickle through. No mixing them around. Below in your existing code, define a function called rental car cost with an argument called days. We're going to do the same thing. Strip this. We still type everything in, but it's far less likely that I'm going to burn down the city, and it's going to save me lots of time. So, oh god. Rental car cost. I really need to feed the cats. This is so bad. Bad human. Feed the tiny animals. Okay. But Python, and I'm not totally losing right now, so it's kind of hard for me to justify stopping. Calculate the cost of renting days. Yeah, good. 2. Calculate the cost of renting the car. Every day you rent the car costs $40. So days and cost $40. Yeah, If you rent the car for 7 or more days, you get $50 off your total. Alternatively, else if you rent the car for 3 or more days, you get $20 off your total. If you can't get both of the above discounts, you can't get both of the above discounts. All right. Take a break, feed the cats, and then come back. Yeah, possibly. If one of the felines comes in again, although I've said that like 4 times now, but that's okay. There's dry food. I need to give them wet food. Scary wet food from the can. Yeah, that's creepy. That is not a job for the faint of heart. But they've got dry food in their bowl, right? That's what bowls are for. Okay. Good. So, ticket score. Yeah, So we should be doing days. Every score should be days. Days, right? No, not days. That was bad. That was dumb. That's tickets. Okay, we're good. So tickets, days, blah. Cats are spoiled. Oh yeah, you have the older cat, the mostly black with bits of white. Yeah, he's like 12, years old or 14. I don't know. He needs to eat these pills with every meal. He's got like blood thinners and he's got a bad heart. It's like, I don't even know how much money. I think it's like $100 for the bottle of pills he gets, and it lasts like 3 months or something. The world's most expensive cat to operate. Okay. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where did we leave off? We left off on 2. Calculating the cost. Every day you rent the car costs $40. Correct. If you rent the car for more than 7 days, you get $50 off. So if it's more than 7 days, we get minus 50? Tickets minus 50. We're going to call this rental. Rental and the rental again. Okay. We've got 7 days negative but minus equals 50. Yeah. That looks ugly, but we're going to stick with that. Alternatively, if you rent the car for 3 or more days, you get 20 off. So for 3 or more, we get negative 20. And you can't get both. So if you go above the discounts. I think that's okay. We're gonna try it. Unfriggin' believable. How the hell did I get 2 sections in a row correct? I know I've been borrowing from the examples above, but still, that was a lot of re-piecing together for me. Start next lesson. It's totally worth the cat starving. Okay, pull it together. We're doing good. Let's not get cocky. Doing just above terrible, which is borderline acceptable. Keep that in check. Pull it together. Great. Now that you've got your 3 main costs figured out, let's put them together in order to find the total cost of your trip. Okay, now is where everything comes together. Define double N, return 2 times N. Define triple P, return 3 times P. Define add A, B, return double A plus triple B. 1. Define 2 simple functions, double N and triple P, that return 2 times or 3 times their input. Notice that they have N and P as their arguments. We define a third function, add A, comma B, that returns the sum of the previous 2 functions when called with A and B respectively. Below your existing code, define a function called trip costs that takes 2 arguments, city and days. Like the example above, have the function return the sum of calling the rental car cost days and hotel cost days and plane ride cost city functions. It is completely valid to call the hotel cost nights function with the variable days, just like the example above where we called double N with the variable A. Not sure what's going on there. We will pass the value of days to the new function in the argument nights. Oh, I'm so confused now. Death, death, death. Hint, for the purpose of this exercise, the number of nights you stay in the hotel will always be the same as the number of days you rent in the car. Okay. So we can change, the point being is we can change hotel cost from nights to days, because everyone's using the same thing? Is that what's happening? Fuck it. Don't even care. Don't even care. What's happening? We did it for the last two, so we're gonna do the same song and dance here. Copy. Boom. Okay. Let's do this. Go team. 1. Below your existing code, define a function called trip cost. Below your existing code, define a function called trip cost that takes two arguments, cities and days. Let's do this. I don't know why. I think it should be like this. In the example above, have your function return the sum calling the blank, 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 and blank functions. I think they mean this. Define. Well, we already have define. Trip costs. Trip costs. First step down. Cost. No S. City. Comma. Days. Success? We've defined it. City and days. Cool. Like the example above, have your function return the sum of hauling the rental car days copy doom 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 dee 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 hotel cost days deen dee deen 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 deen. And we're supposed to change hotel cost to from nights to days. Do 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 do. Good. 2 down. Calling the blank 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 functions. It is completely valid to call hotel cost nights function with the variable days, just like in the example above where we called double n with the variable a when we pass the value of days to the new function in the argument nights. Oh, frack. Def n triple p add a b double a triple b. So they just changed the name for shits and giggles? That's weird, right? Isn't that a little odd? Not the 007 theme. Impossible theme song. Yeah. Good. I'll keep that in mind. I'll add that to my list of show tunes that I hum when I'm contemplating. So they're telling me that it doesn't matter, that we can just name them willy-nilly. They go from double N, in our case it was hotel nights, and then they do add A and B, which is double A and triple B. They've reappropriated the names, so I should just leave it as nights? Yeah. I'm just a stickler for consistency, especially because I'm in the learning phase right now. It's just confusing as hell. I'll change it back to nights, but if this blows up in my face, I'm gonna blame them. Nights. And, yeah, fuck it. We leave it there. So, honestly, I think we can get rid of this. And I think we can run it, because that was they only had 2 instructions. Run. Unbelievable. 3 sections. Green check boxes. Fantastic. Alright. Hey, you never know. You can't expect to only spend money on the plane ride, hotel, and rental car when going on a vacation. There also needs to be room for additional costs like fancy food or souvenirs. Remember that nights is only a placeholder that describes a value. Oh, it can be named anything you want. Interesting. So this, the hotel cost, what we're defining, that's the bigger issue. This is just, since it is a variable, it could be anything. So when we call hotel costs in a different area, like so, what we have the variable named is kind of irrelevant at that point. Gotcha. That makes sense. I can see that. That's handy. Okay. Never knowing, spending money left and right. Who knows what we're buying? There also needs to be room for additional costs like souvenirs. 1. Modify your trip cost function definition. Add a third argument. Spending money. Trip cost. Trip cost. Oh, third argument. Trip cost. Yep. What are we adding? Spending money. Wait a minute. Well, we'll try it their way. We'll just add it in. Spending money. Spending money. This doesn't feel right, but that's okay. Plus, it's green. Green check. Good. Section 7. This is amazing. This has been one of the least painful sections of Python. Actually, this was actually rather enjoyable, despite my mind being focused on the cats and that I'm a terrible person for not feeding multiple cats, but whatever. That's now being resolved since we're reaching the end of the stream. Plan your trip. Nice work. Now that you have it all together, let's take a trip. What if we went to Los Angeles for 5 days and brought an extra $600 of spending money? After your previous code, print out trip costs to Los Angeles for 5 days with extra $600 of spending money. Don't forget the closing after passing in the three previous values. After your previous code, print trip cost. Trip cost, singular, Los Angeles, Los Angeles. Crap. 5 days? 5. Am I doing this wrong? This feels wrong. Print trip cost. Los Angeles 5. Oh, days 5. Plus times days. Wow, my mind's totally blanking now. Like, now that I'm doing it, I'm freaking out. It's, something has 5. I know something like that. Separate parameter values with comma. Okay. Good. Gopher's keeping me in check. I'm concerned about the days, or the what's it called? Does that look right? That doesn't feel right to me at all. spending money. 600. Does that seem wrong? That feels wrong. That's bad. There's no way that's a thing. Thank God. Didn't look at that. Print, trip cost, some city, number of days, spending one. Seriously, that's it? Is it the order that we have it in? Just the number 5. But how does it know that that 5 is... How does it know that it's 5 days and not $5 versus 600 days and $5? You'll want to print the result, trip cost with the values above. Oh, because trip cost, and it's in this order. City, days, spending money. Los Angeles, days is 5, which is weird because there should be a space. No, there shouldn't. That's the drugs, and then spending money. That makes sense. So now we get to hit print. Where some city is one of the 4 cities. Okay, yeah, good. There we go. Hit run. Da 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 da. We took a vacation. $1,955. That was close. That was brutal. Alright, next. We are finally killing it. Python list and dictionaries. Lists and dictionaries are powerful tools you can use to store, organize, and manipulate all kinds of information. We will check out that lesson, the beginning of it, but that is definitely going to be saved for tomorrow. Introduction to lists. Lists are a data type you can use to store a collection of different pieces of information as a sequence under a single variable name. Data types you've already learned about include strings, numbers, and booleans. Fascinating as always, but let's back out and check and see where we stand. Wow, 38% of the way through. We did a decent chunk today. That's very good. Tons of fun. 481 points. 70 badges down. 44 days, 70 badges. That's good. That feels good. All right. And let's actually take an exact look of where we are. So for tomorrow, we've made it through section 1, syntax, and the tip calculator, strings and console output, which was the date and time activity, functions. Actually, no, there was the control flow, conditionals, and control flows. This was brutal. That was a lot of pain a day or two ago getting through that noise. Functions, it hurt in the middle. That was earlier today, and then we just finished taking a vacation, which was actually somewhat relaxing. So now we will be on to 5 tomorrow. Lists and dictionaries. Python lists and dictionaries. What's chat doing? Dictionaries would be hash maps. Question, never heard of dictionaries in Java. Yeah, I have no idea. These are all... This is basically like a cat learning how to code, so, I'm of no help. But I'm learning. Again, it's only day 44, so... Tomorrow, day 45, we get to figure out whatever the deuce dictionaries entail for Python, and yeah, good times. So... Let me close out of this stream, and I will see anyone over the course of the next year. So, thank you again for stopping by. Topher, thank you especially for your assistance. Greatly appreciate it. Always good to have you. Burnsy, thank you for stopping by as well. We are killing the stream and finally feeding the cats after, 3 hours? Well, 2 hours of neglect, but that's okay. That's okay. Killing the stream. Kill it.